All right, today we're looking at a trade on VinFast Auto, ticker is VFS. This is going to be the biggest trade that we've put on so far in the PA account, so it's very exciting. If we're right on this trade, we stand to make about 10% of the account value, right, about $3,000. And if we're wrong, we're risking about $700, $750, which is about 2% of the account value. Now, this trade is a very interesting one, and I do recommend, even if you're not in this trade, to keep an eye on it, because these are the situations where a lot of money can be made. This is not your typical risk premium trade. Vol is through the roof on this thing for good reason, but it's so expensive, right? This thing has gone up in value, 300% to $186 billion market cap in the last 5 days, making it one of the biggest auto manufacturers in the world. It's an EV company out of Vietnam that just went public via SPAC 2 weeks ago. So it's a little crazy what's going on here. And if we look at what's happening with volatility, you can basically sell a straddle for $80, right? Which is absolutely insane. You have almost no downside risk, and you're going to make bank unless this thing goes to a 400 billion market cap. Now, because of the account size, we need to get a little more creative with the structure, which is why we're doing this bull put spread. I do think this is still a great trade, even compared to just, outright selling some vol here, right? If we do, just to show you, on September 15th, right, the straddle's going for $50, right? 2 weeks out. Your break even to the downside is $30. Like this right here is even a great trade. A lot more margin requirement though, but I think that there's a lot of money to be made selling options here. The idea is really simple. It's just that like when things like this happen, vol goes through the roof, everybody wants to buy options, nobody wants to sell them, and it gets so out of hand that it's almost like a no-brainer to be on the sell side. And that's how I sort of view this situation, which is why I'm going to be placing this trade now. So if we take a look here at September 15th, let's go ahead and just actually structure this out. We've got our strategy builder on. Let's expand this window a little bit. Oh my goodness. Give me a second. All right, let's make that a little bit bigger. There we go. And let's go ahead. Oh, give me 1 second here. Let's open up another one. Option chain. All right, there we go. It wasn't loading up properly. VFS. All right, so we got the ticker open here, and we are on September 15th. Let's turn on the strategy builder, and let's go ahead and structure this out. So we're going to sell the 80, and we're going to buy the 45. So for some reason in IBKR, we don't have the $40 strike, so I'm going to have to settle for the 45. So the risk profile is a little bit different, but it's basically the same. You can see that the spread is like $2 here, so we want to get as much money as we can for this. So let's structure it like this. 29.80 is the fill we're going to go for. Probably not going to get hit here, but you never know. If we do, that would be absolutely fantastic. All right, so we can see here we did not get hit at 29.80. Let's bring this down to 29.50. Right, we want to work our order, try and get the best fill that we can. We're probably going to have to go around the mid at least, but let's work our way down and see what we can do. All right, so 29.50. Let's see how this works. And no fill for us. That's okay though. Either way, we're getting this huge trade here. So let's go ahead and bring this down another 25 cents or so. 29.25. Let's see if we can get a fill here. And sorry for the lag with IBKR. For other Mac users, I'd be interested to know if you've experienced the same lag. It seems to just be inevitable, especially when recording. But would love to hear from you if you have a solution. Let's keep working this order down. Let's go down to 28 and see what happens at that price point. Or 29, sorry, not 28. Right? I try not to cut up these videos and just show you what getting a fill is actually like. Because when you're trying to do it on your own, I think it can be a interesting experience to say the least. And seeing how we're doing it maybe can give you some confidence when trying to get fills for your own trades. When things are liquid like this, you gotta try and get the best fill that you can, right? So let's keep working this. Bring it down to, let's do 28.75. I think we should be able to get a fill around there. All right. Good luck. Order filled. All right, there we go. 28.75 on the button. So I probably could have got another, 28.80 or something if someone was willing to just hit me there right away. But we're still happy with that fill, 28.75. If we come back over to Thinkorswim here, let's actually structure out this trade. So if we go here, we sell a vertical, right, the 80 and then the 45. Let's analyze this. Here's what our trade sort of looks like. This is the exact one that we put on. Let's change this to be 28.75, which is what we got. There we go. So here's our trade, right? 80.45, September 15th. We are risking $625 to potentially make 2.8K. Our break even on the ticker is at $51, and our max loss will occur if the ticker goes below $44. And this is within the next 2 weeks, more or less. If we see the stock rally hard, you can see that our P&L actually like very, let's actually just jump back to today, right? If we see vol come down a little bit and the ticker rallies hard, we're going to make a really quick return on our money here. Right? As we see as time moves forward, we start to make more and more money. In the end of the day, though, we're likely holding this close to expiration, unless something weird happens with the volatility, because that's what we want, right? We just want this thing to stay above $80. That would be fantastic. And we can collect that $2,000. Now, that's unlikely to happen. I think the stock does go down. Do we see it go below the $50 mark? I don't know. My reasoning for that is simply where this thing opened, right? So if we come back here, right, it's like before the huge rally, it's sort of like the $50 mark is kind of in line with like just a slight increase in price. I don't see all the demand getting like completely sucked out of this. It's got a really low float. So I think seeing it land around like the $60 mark probably makes sense. But if we do see it blow out to the downside, we're covered, right? That's the beauty of this structure, right? We're just risking $600 here. So I think this is a great trade. All right. Thanks for sticking around for this. Let's see how this goes, and you'll see an update in the community trades post and in the community. All right. Talk to you soon.